Vic Vega, and welcome into the Capital City Clash pre-show, the event before the main act kicks off later on tonight at 8 p.m. on this very channel. And in tonight's pre-show festivities, we have two tag team matchups, one out of the Brotherhood tag team division as the Wild Vibe takes on Unique Threads. Basically, this is a positioning match. They will get themselves one step closer to being the number one contender for those tag belts. And then our main event, we have Malpractice going up against Aquatic Menace. The winner of that one gets to pick the upcoming match stipulations for their inevitable championship bout. But before we get into tonight's action, we're gonna hit you with a reason to head on over and hit your bell notifications for act number 1 of the Capital City Clash, which goes down in a bit under 2 hours. Following contest is a tag team matchup and is set for one fall. First, making their way to the ring from Hollywood, California at a combined 431 pounds, mid-plate, Vandy Sky, Unique Threads. A sight for sore eyes indeed. The last time we laid eyes on these guys, they were the first team ousted in that triple threat tornado tag team matchup for the Brotherhood Tag Team Championships. 5-6 is their win-loss record. Will they get out of this one at a whopping 500? And their opponents from Topeka, Kansas, weighing in at 493 pounds, D. Wildman, Kenny Wildman, the Wild Vibe. The Wild Vibe here in Topeka, Kansas. Will the home court advantage fall in their favor here in our first contest of our pre-show? D. Wildman and Kenny Wildman, last time we saw them, they were in the qualifying match to be entered into that triple threat tornado tag bout at Ladder Madness for the Brotherhood Tag Team Championships. 8 wins, 11 losses from these two. These fine young gentlemen from K-State could have been a part of that league that plays that game, but they decided to come here and help us out on the brand. And we love it here in Topeka, Kansas. Everybody, if you are just tuning in to the pre-show, help us out with the free stuff as Vandy Sky on the offensive first, only getting a 1 count on D. Wildman. These two gentlemen are the strength and muscle for their team. Then again, now D. Wildman is a bit of a hybrid. In contrast to his brother is the power and muscle of the squad. Vandy Sky giving you an aerial display of his talents as he's going for another pinfall attempt. Kenny Wildman there to break it up for his brother, D. Wildman. Definitely keeping D from a potential tag in from his brother by isolating him in the far corner, the far reaches of the galaxy, if you will. D. Wildman coming back with an elbow to establish his offense and a power slam on Vandy Sky. Followed up with a discus punch, and definitely D has taken over in the last couple of moves. Mitch and Kenny still yet to be tagged into the bout, and they're letting Vandy and D duke it out here. As stated before, these two are from Topeka, Kansas. And will that home court advantage give them a victory here in our opening contest? Big splash by Kenny Wildman onto Vandy Sky. And it looks like Mitch needs to muster up the frequency and to get his partner to tag him in. Mitch is nothing but a spectator at this part of the matchup as another tag in by the Wild Vibe, and now D. Wildman giving Mitch a little bit of action by introducing him to the apron, and this one has spilt to the outside of the ring. Referee with a 2 count as D. Wildman flexes for the hometown crowd here. Check it, these two teams battling it out for positioning in the Brotherhood Tag Team Division. Who's gonna win? We'll find out after this brief non-commercial break. All right, welcome back, everybody, to our opening bout. Interesting chain of events during our break as D. Wildman had a clear shot at a count-out victory. Instead, he chose to clear himself, come in, and give a shot to Mitch Babe. And that miscue is paying off right now for Unique Threads as Mitch with an enziguri to the back of the noggin of Kenny Wildman here in our opening bout of our pre-show festivities. Unique Thread definitely taking the reins as of so. And that strategy that Vandy Sky was executing earlier on in the matchup is paying off here for these two as they are keeping Kenny far away from his older brother as Mitch only gets a 1 count. And Kenny Wildman is on the outside getting a breather. And now Mitch with some get back from that earlier shot that he took from D. Wildman when he drove him into the apron. And he is still alert enough to get it in on Kenny Wildman, but Kenny Wildman with a chin check to break up whatever Mitch had in store for him. Now the power of the Wild Vibe taking over as Kenny with a pinfall attempt. And Vandy Scott to break it up for his partner Mitch. Tag in and in steps D. Wildman and hits Mitch with a blindsided drop kick, but instead of following it up and halting the tag, he allows Vandy Scott to come in. But right on cue, he halts the efforts of Vandy Scott and gives him a rope hang and an attempt at a pinfall cover. 2 count. Unique Thread still in this one, party people, as you're gonna see a plethora of moves from each team. As you can see, the Unique Thread side of things is more of a up-tempo matchup, and the Wild Vibe is more of a ground assault, if you will. Takeover by D. Wildman, slinging Vandy Scott around like yesterday's garbage. Or should I say, today's earlier garbage, as opposed to when our garbage man come. Anyway, backwards, flipping moonsault on to D. Wildman. Is this it? No, we only got a 1 count. These two battling it out for positioning to see who's going to be the #1 contender. And the Great Flood by D. Wildman executed in a quick fashion. And just like that, it's a wrap. The Wild Vibe over Unique Threads. The Wild Vibe with a dynamic victory here in our opening contest at our Capital City Clash pre-show. And while we're on the subject of tag teams, our next contest, Aquatic Menace versus Malpractice. The winner of that one gets to pit the stipulation to their upcoming championship bout next on Capital City Clash pre-show.
This is Quinn Kareem, and you're watching Frequency Pro Wrestling on the Freak Wrestling Channel, the home where every view is viral.
This is Real Talk Rita, and we are having a sale. Today's likes are free, so do our channel a solid and hit the like man.
This is Quinn Kareem, and you're watching Frequency Pro Wrestling on the Freak Wrestling Channel, the home where every view is viral.
This is Real Talk Rita, and we are having a sale. Today's likes are free, so do our channel a solid and hit the like man.
Ladies and gentlemen, our main event contest tonight is a tag team bout, and it's set for one fall. Like I always say about this time, this is a definition of bringing the pain like two bad nurses. The pain from these here mammy flipping verses. Ridiculous works involving hearses. Topeka, Kansas, Malpractice in the house. First, making their way to the ring, the Queens of Chaos Tag Team Champions from Park Unknown, Nurse Red, Nurse Rosetta. They are Malpractice. Your Queens of Chaos Tag Team Champions, Malpractice, approaching the ring at 23-11. And in regards to tag teams, there hasn't been a set of belts around here without their names on them. The two sisters have been a staple on our brand since we've been a brand. And every time they step into the square circle, their adversaries know that they mean business. And I told you a couple of weeks ago in a live stream that we would be replacing their theme song. YouTube acting funny about beats that I spent money to use. So I'll make my own, damn it. Alright, party people, their opponents that are set to square it off against them. And their opponents from the depths of Atlantis, Mantia Ray, Shark Girl D. They are Aquatic, Menace, the double deep blue Menace, all the way from the depths of Atlantis. Here in Topeka, Kansas, Aquatic Menace coming in at 11-11. And in regards to these two teams, they do have a lengthy history with one another. In fact, they were in an epic Tornado Tag Team Hell in a Cell matchup back in 2023. Can't believe it's been that long since we had a Capital City Clash. 3 years in the making. And this one is going to be a spectacle indeed. This one along with the festivities that are coming up here in just about an hour and some odd minutes. Mantia Ray and Nurse Rosetta are the first to be in this contest, and Rosetta out of the blue with a lariat and a foot to the face of Mantia Ray. 1 hour, 41 minutes left before the Capital City Clash kicks off. And shortly after this one, if you haven't already done so, head on over to the live section. Hit your bell notifications because it is going down on schedule at 8 p.m. by hook or crook. All right. No later than 8:30. Anyway, Nurse Red down and Mantia, the two keeping a fresh member of their squad in, as a chin check by Rosetta, halting the efforts of Mantia and following up with a lariat, but a miss with a dropping elbow. And Mantia, instead of tagging in Shark Girl D, decides to stay in and weather the storm, which is Malpractice. Hot tag made to Shark Girl D, and now her and Nurse Red are in the center of the ring. And Shark Girl D comes and grabs the momentum from Malpractice. Fancy footwork to the face of Nurse Red by Shark Girl D. One of our day ones along with Killer T. Up in this piece, out of the middle rope kick to the face of Nurse Red, who has to roll out of the ring to get some perspective and think a little bit more in depth about her game plan as of yet. Fireman's carry position into a discus punch. And Mantia going for a pinfall attempt. Who's going to win this? We'll find out when we come back from this brief non-commercial break.
This is the home of Frequency Pro Wrestling. Encouraging you all to just
hit the like, share, and subscribe buttons. After all, it costs nothing. Do the deed and stop fronting.
hit the like, share, and subscribe buttons.
As we are under 97 minutes away from the Capital City Clash that's going down later on at 8 p.m. tonight. Shark Girl D is tagged in by Mantia Ray, and she is quickly hit with the leg scissors takedown by Red. Red getting some revenge from losing the matchup against Shark Girl D earlier on in the match. Frequency female footwork to the face of Shark Girl D helps Nurse Red maintain the advantage in this contest, slowly kicking Shark Girl D over into the enemy corner as Nurse Red from the top of the ring and misses every doggone thing, and Shark Girl D there to give her a taste of a foot from her as well. Nurse Rosetta tagged in unbeknownst to, hold on a second, she finally figured it out that Red wasn't a legal person in the ring, and she pays for it with a dose of snake eyes as Rosetta got a 1 count on her only. Shark Girl D getting a shoulder up, avoiding a very close disaster indeed as she's crawling. And she jumps to make the hot tag to Mantia Ray. Knee strike back by Mantia Ray. Elbow to the face of the giant of Malpractice, who comes back with a counter, using her feet and setting up Mantia to put her down with a fist to the head. And now Rosetta got her some space time and distance away. To tag in red once again, and both of the speed aspects of their squad are duking it out once again. Red definitely has her sights on Mantia, setting her up for something. And instead punches her off of the apron, and now she falls down to the floor. And it gives the opportunity for Red to go in on Shark Girl D and put her out as well. Mantia in and taking advantage of the distracted Nurse Red. Has an Irish whip off of the ropes and into her spinning sidewalk slam. Not enough to keep one half of the two bad nurses down. But that kick does it as she goes for a pinfall attempt. Nurse Rosetta from halfway across the ring, breaking up the pinfall attempt. Irish whip into the enemy corner is Red, who fights her way out, only to be kneed to the back and floored by Mantia Ray, who tags back in Shark Girl D, who picks up a downtrodden Nurse Red, setting her up for something, but Red bowing her way out of disaster, only to be countered by Shark Girl D. You get the advantage once again. Takeover by Nurse Red, more feet to the fin of Shark Girl D. And now she has to face Rosetta after all of that frantic footwork from Red. Choke slam, and Rosetta goes for a pinfall attempt. Mantia Ray there to break up that attempt as Rosetta has Shark Girl D in position for a gigantic thunderous choke slam and goes for a pinfall attempt. And just like that, party people, Malpractice over Aquatic Menace.
And the winner of this contest is Malpractice.
Yeah, the winner of this one picks the conditions for their championship bout. Kudos to Malpractice and Aquatic Menace for putting on a dazzling display of destruction for us. All right, party people. And I'll remind you once again to set your bell notifications over at the live section so you won't miss a minute of the Capital City Clash, which begins in 92 minutes.
This is a DJ Soul Search production.